Hey guys, I hope all of you guys are doing well. I wanted to do this preamble to the next segment, which is about the CLS 500, which I recorded basically last week and just the final part this morning. Um, but it seems that anything related to content at this moment, particularly about reviewing cars, is kind of pointless. That we have an issue that all of us are basically dealing with. I hope you're staying safe, you're staying healthy. Follow the recommendations of the CDC, of the National Institutes of Health. Minimize crowds or getting together in large numbers. Now the new figure is 10. Try to minimize that. Not only for your own health, but obviously if you have parents, if you have grandparents, you don't want to become contaminated and then bring that contamination to your parents or to your grandparents. So try to minimize any activity outside. If you can, work from home to minimize that contact. Things called what the social distance. Keep that social distance and don't panic. I mean, we have gone through similar issues in the past and we have overcome them. Okay, maybe not to the same degree as this one. I think, and this personal opinion, we are focused too much on the negative aspects of this pandemic and not on anything positive about the pandemic. And yes, there are positive issues associated with the pandemic. What? Survivability. Most people that are healthy will overcome it, will get a mild flu or a cold and will overcome it. And however, those that have impaired health and are suffering from other issues not related to the virus, obviously those are the ones that are most at risk. So those are the ones that we need to protect. As I said, grandparents, older people, those that are above 65, and particularly 70s and 80s with underlying health situations, as I mentioned before. So if you can, stay home, stay put, don't panic. I went to the supermarket this morning and it was ridiculous. I mean, people were preparing like for, I don't know, Third World War or, the zombie invasion. I don't know what to call it, the purging or the purge or the cleansing. Buying bags and bags of flour, buying bags and bags of sugar, buying bags and bags of bread and 100 cans of beans and what have you. No, it's not needed. What you're basically doing is minimizing the availability for those who may need it, right? Because of health conditions, because they decided to quarantine themselves in their homes because they may have some symptoms. And watch out for the symptoms too, right? So it's not like if you're sneezing, oh, you have the virus. It could be allergies. I have allergies, so I'm sneezing basically every day, and I have sometimes a congested nose. So, but look for other signs such as a dry cough, tightness in the chest, and definitely the fever, as most medical people have said. If your fever is over 100.4, or is it 104? Okay, don't quote me on that one. But if you have a fever, that may be the time to go and get tested. And most states have now even implemented drive-through tests. But I think that you still have to have a doctor's recommendation to get tested. Okay, and I think that by now, most of the recommendations you can probably get them online or via email if you basically tell your doctor, these are the symptoms that I have right now. So again, brand new situation for most of us, but we will overcome it. If you're in the market, in the stock market, don't panic either. Don't sell everything that you have. I haven't. I'm actually looking for opportunities to re-enter the market because there are a lot of companies there whose that are now undervalued and are a good investment opportunity. You can look into, I mean, these are just examples: Apple, Walmart, Amazon, Bristol Myers, AT&T. Okay, so those are very good buying opportunities. So if you're in the market, that's one thing that you might be able to do. If you're not in the market, then well, don't worry about it. But again, don't panic as to where we're going from here. We're saying, or people are saying, June, July, August. Who knows? It may be here for a while, but as I said, we will overcome this, and everything will get back to normal. They're already testing vaccines, and even though they may not be available for the general public for almost a year, at least we've started already phase 1 testing, or actually the phase 3 testing of certain of those vaccines. So there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so don't despair. I hope, as I said, you and your families are in health, are healthy, are keeping healthy, and avoiding as much as you can contact with the outside world, basically in groups or crowds. You still have to go to the market, you still have to go to the pharmacy if you need to go to work because your work requires you to be there. Follow basic procedures to disinfect stuff. Don't shake hands anymore, don't kiss, keep your social distance or your safe distance from everybody else, and whatever you touch or you can become in contact with, wash your hands, use disinfectants on your hands. If you don't have Purell, for example, or similar disinfectants, if you have alcohol, even if it is vodka, okay, vodka will work. Just dilute it, maybe 60% vodka, 40% water, and that will work as a potential disinfectant. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe 70%. If nothing else, the virus will be very happy. Again, a light note. Stay safe, okay? And I don't know when the next video will be up. I was planning to participate in a car show that is an annual event, and this Saturday, but it has been canceled. And now the new date is not until December 5th. In the meantime, since everything else pretty much is canceled, and all venues such as restaurants, bars, and even some of the dealerships that I have called, they have minimized their personnel. So that's what I have decided. Well, I'm not going to go anywhere right now. So I'm staying put with my family and not panicking and just taking it easy and looking this as an opportunity to reconnect and play games and do whatever you can to keep your mind off the issues that we're dealing with right now. Okay? Take care. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Auto Freeway, the only channel on YouTube that gives cars away eventually. So that's gonna be pretty much my slogan, moving forward. So eventually we'll give cars away. Anyway, you remember the CLS 500. I don't know, maybe a couple of episodes ago I told you that we were having issues. All the some of the emergency lights like ABS and EPS and even the brake light was coming on, indicating take it to the shop type of thing. So we thought initially it was the battery because it wasn't signaling. It wasn't sending enough wattage to the sensor. So the sensors were kind of being all over the place. So we actually bought the Duralast 2 amp battery maintainer. So we tried to recharge the battery overnight, but it wouldn't take the charge, or it wouldn't take a full charge. So we went ahead and replaced the battery. So we got a brand new battery in the CLS 500, thinking, okay, that is the issue. Well, lo and behold, no, it wasn't the issue. So now we take it to one of our mechanics who has no idea what's going on. So he says, well, maybe something related to the bearings in the left wheel, because that had been an issue in the past. A couple of months ago, we took it to another of our mechanics, and they had to replace the bearing assembly and the lower ball joints. And they did also another shop that specializes in Mercedeses, did the alignment of the Mercedes, right? So, we're thinking everything is fine. By the way, this is before all the warning signals, right? So we took care of one problem, right? So as I said, a couple of months later, that's when we get all the warning lights, thinking it's battery. No, it wasn't the battery, obviously, because we replaced the battery. We still had issues with them, with the signals. So we took it to Tire Kingdom. That's where we got the original tires. And these are BF Goodrich, which to me are good tires, radials. And they said, well, no, the left front wheel still has issues with the ball bearings. And we said, no, that they were replaced. So we took it to the original mechanic, right, that did the replacement. And he says, well, yeah, sometimes the ball bearings need adjustment. So basically what was happening is that the left front wheel was wobbling, okay? And that was causing a bunch of issues with the ABS sensor, with the EPS sensor, and with the brake sensors, right? So he said, okay, we're gonna adjust it or tighten it more, but now you need to take it again for alignment. So we take it to alignment to the again, the ones that specialize in Mercedes-Benz's. Said no, we can't do that because now the left front wheel is has worn unevenly, so they didn't want to touch it, right? So moral of the story, make sure you get a good mechanic, okay, that really knows what they're doing and backs up the work that they do. So eventually what we ended up, and actually my wife did it, she took it to a very good friend of ours that is also a very good mechanic that we trust 100%, right? And he has Mercedes-Benz's of his own, and he has done a lot of repairs on Mercedes-Benz's, so he knows about Mercedes-Benz's, right? So we took it to him, and he did the realignment of the car. And what he said about the tire, which the previous guy said, well, get rid of the BF Goodrich. They're terrible tires. Replace all four with Michelin's. Well, sure, okay. That's another whatever, $1,700. I said no. Wait a second. So our friend said no, don't replace any tires. The other three tires are fine. Now that we have aligned the system, or we have aligned the car, the wheels, the left wheel is going to start to even out the uneven wear. Okay, so again, moral of the story, make sure you know a good mechanic, or if you yourself are a good mechanic and take care of your car, good for you. Okay, but the story doesn't end there. So as we take it to one of the mechanics, they give us a copy of this letter that is actually from Mercedes-Benz, dated back to August 2018, in which Mercedes-Benz is extending the warranty coverage, or is a warranty coverage addendum for the SBC electro-hydraulic brake system. Okay, and they have extended that warranty for 25 years. So this car is a 2006 car. It has been with us, well, basically 14 years, and we love this car. I mean, it's still in great condition. The interior, as you may remember from one of our videos, one of my videos, is in perfect condition, and the exterior looks, fairly decent. It has a little bit of scratches here and there, and a little bit of dings here and there, like for example, right next to the door. I don't know if you can tell, but here, obviously, somebody opened their own door in their own car and banged this one. Okay, so other than that, it's actually in fairly great condition. But now I find out about this letter, so I called Mercedes-Benz. Actually, I called the dealership here in Fort Myers and asked them, okay, so is my car covered? It's a 2006, and it says here CLS model year 2006, and that's it. Only the 2006 apparently is covered. So I called them, gave them the VIN number, and they said, yep. So now they're going to replace the SBC electro-hydraulic brake system. So tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm going to take it to Mercedes, so for them to change that system. So I'll keep you posted on the results, and I'll probably continue this video there at the dealership. So almost like a two-part video of episode, what is it, 27? Okay, so I'll see you at the dealership.